The tariff turmoil is impacting how people plan major life events. Inflation raised prices, and now added tariffs are expected to make venues and catering even more expensive. Jillian Bobinski is the owner of Jillian Nicole Events. She's here to talk about how people are making changes to stay on budget. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here. It's a little crazy right now.
Crazy,
isn't it?
Yes.
You say couples are rethinking their options to save on weddings. A lot of fabrics and dresses are made overseas. The floral market is a big one. A lot of the flowers are imported. You're an event planner. Are you planning to take on those extra costs, or how do you think it's going to play out for people who are planning an event maybe 9 months or a year down the road?
So I particularly service, so I don't have a product. So I will not be raising my pricing, but for sure, floral markets, they actually just came out with a market article stating that they're going to increase pricing from 10% to 36%,
wow,
depending on where the florals are coming in from and what type of florals. But floral shops, dress shops. But what we're seeing is people are actually going downtown to the floral market and putting florals together on their own, going on Facebook Market and finding dresses on there for resale. That kind of getting creative with things and kind of thinking outside of the box to prevent paying for those tariffs.
What are you advising people in terms of staying on budget? Maybe they had these grand ideas, a month ago or even 6 months ago.
Realistically, they need to scale back a little bit. This isn't really going anywhere anytime soon, so maybe rethinking your budget, but also creating things on your own or sourcing locally, hiring vendors that are local, that source locally, that aren't having to charge extra for those tariffs.
What about parties, birthday parties, like for kids, for adults? What do you advise in terms of that?
So those are a little bit easier. A lot of people do it in their homes, not necessarily at a venue. So maybe creating a backdrop on your own with balloons as a photo op moment instead of hiring the actual vendor, or going to your local grocery store and putting together a charcuterie board. So little things that you can do on your own. I personally did my own baby shower. It was a lot more than I thought. So I would recommend hiring the vendor because they have the expertise and the experience in it. But if you don't have the means and you can't afford that, then I would just do it on your own.
And we were just talking about your own wedding. You said it was 3 years ago, and
Yep.
it's more than doubled since then.
Yeah, I mean, florals in particular, which is being affected by the tariffs, huge, but photo, video, services that really aren't affected by the tariffs, but they have increased just because of the economy.
And when you talk about people scaling back, do you expect more people are just not going to use a planner?
Fortunately, yes and no. Fortunately, in California, a lot of venues do require a planner just for their liability purposes, but a lot of people are considering getting married out of state. People are considering getting married at Airbnbs or private estates that don't require that.
Are you worried, and are your customers worried? Like, what are you hearing from people right now?
I don't think I'm necessarily worried. I think if this is going to be around for a little bit, we just have to get used to it and kind of scale back on your budget, be more realistic with your budget, but also kind of think out of the box. My clients, some of them are concerned, but I think they know that it's not going anywhere and this is a new thing right now. So either spending an extra 10 to 15% in your budget or scaling back.
It's a new normal, I guess.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here, Jillian. We appreciate having you.
Thank you for having me.